I'm BB Nicole, and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Be crazy.
We're jumping right in. So my client is already braided down. I'm just smoothing those baby hairs into place, and we're gonna lay the stocking cap right over it. You can just ask your client to hold the middle and adjust it and pull it on. I really like these stocking caps. They're a little darker. I forget where I got them from, but I like that they're pretty close to our skin complexion. Not too nude, not too yellow, because most of us aren't that bright. So after you already cut around the ears to keep the stocking cap flush to the head, you want to continue to spray your got-to-be spray or whatever holding spray you prefer to use. And then you want to set that client under the dryer until it is completely dry. So my client brought in her own wig unit. This is a Eullair unit. I will link all those details below. I'm cutting very close to her hairline simply because she has a particular hairline and we don't want it to be too close to her eyebrows. We don't want this wig to be all over her forehead. Okay, honey, that's not a look. In this video, I'm pretty much going to be showing you guys how to work with an extremely dense frontal and also how to work with a frontal that is kind of too big for your client's head. So I want you guys to continue watching this video, and if I can just say one thing, don't be afraid to customize these units. Don't be afraid to cut, and don't be afraid to pluck, baby, because that's going to save your life. No one's head is this thick. No one's hairline is this thick. You guys got to learn to not be afraid to get into that lace and slay it. So really quick, I just want to touch on the Eullair. All I'm doing right here is adding foundation that matches because it's still a little light, and I'm using pressed powder. I'm putting that on the lace and the stocking cap, and that is all. Okay, so let's talk about Eullair. Eullair, their unit, if you can see, they only have about 2 inches on the side from the temple up until like the corner of the hairline. It's only about 2 inches of lace, and where the middle part and side parts would be, it's only about 2.5 to 3. Like, there's not much room. I do not prefer these kind of lace wigs. However, I usually work with what my clients bring in, so either way it goes, we were able to still slay this. But Eullair, get at me if you guys have a different type of wig structure, meaning if you have any wigs that have more lace frontal than tracks or wefts, I would really be interested in using that, because this hair quality was pretty good and the actual lace material wasn't too bad. It's not the highest quality of HD lace, but it is doable and is usable for clients, especially if you're on a more affordable budget. This wig is pretty good. Just keep in mind that you're not going to have a lot of lace area, and we had to get rid of some lace because it did not fit my client's head. I'm gonna slow down and really just get into this video. So right now I am following my client's real hairline. The lace came too far down her head, and that's just a no-go. I did not delete much of any footage out of this video because I want you guys to see, number one, you have to really customize these frontals. To charge these prices, you need to get in there. You need to know how to improvise, and you need to understand that there's going to be a lot of plucking. I already pre-bleached the knots the day before, and I even plucked the hairline. But as you guys see, I had to do all of that over because, number one, it didn't fit the client's head properly. And with having to cut that lace and shape it around her new hairline, I had to go back in and thin out that lace. So what I like to do is separate a thin amount and kind of part. You see where it's kind of looks like skin? It's like the baby hairs and then skin and then lace. I always separate that, and then I pretty much pluck like crazy. until it's gradient and thin. No one's hair is that thick. Like, no, get in there, thin it out, like make it jagged, make it really just look through the lace and mimic your client's hairline. And I kept that footage in there because I did a lot of tweezing. Oh, child. So now we're applying the glue. I always apply in dots, and then I take the tail of my comb and I begin to smooth. I work my way in sections. I never do the whole hairline right across. To me, the glue it dries way too fast. It's just not secure enough. And what I like to do is I place that lace right on the edge of the glue. That's what you want to do. That's going to help it be seamless. Place it right on the edge of that glue and then start tapping in. As you see, her hairline is gradient, but you know, I can do some work on that, and I will. But that is beautiful, and that is what you want to see, honey. Now blow dry that part with hot air. Press in gently. Just do that over and over until it feels secure, and then use your comb and smooth it down, and then work your way to the next section. Right now I'm cutting the lace around her ear so it lays flat. I'm adding my glue and a lot of dots. I don't do thin layers. Honestly, I put a good amount, smooth it so thin to where it dries clear and quickly. That just beats having to put so many coats on. Just make sure it's so thin. You see that? And then I blow dry it. Now we're gonna repeat the same thing we did on the front. I'm gonna section off my hairline first. I'm gonna line it up with that glue, not too far behind and not too far forward to where I gotta put new glue down. So I press it in, and I do not wait to clear. I wait till right before clear, because honey, this lace glue will lose all of its tackiness really quick, and you wanna avoid that. So press it in. And as you see, after the heat's really melted it in, you can move it around. Voila, wham, bam. It's looking real good, but we still have work to do, sis. So yeah, moving on. Let's move to the next side. I'm gonna jump and do that off camera, and then we will be back. And guess what we'll be doing? You guessed it, more tweezing, honey. So I tweezed a little bit more, just went in there and made it nice. She decided where she wanted her partings. And right now, I did gel on the baby hairs before I added the foam. Look at this little bit of parting, y'all. It's all good. We made it work. But I have not put any, I haven't put anything on the edges that's really saturated, meaning it's gonna make it lift. I put a little bit of gel, I sculpted the baby hairs, and then I put foam on the rest of the hair. I haven't quite put it on the edges yet. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna spray Got to Be gel. But I like to style first, because I like to take my client right under the dryer after I do the edges. So I went ahead and defined her curls. Literally, that's all the lace we had to work with. The size of her head had even less lace. Like, we had to make it do what it do with what we had, and that's exactly what we did. So I just put the strip around the edges, and I actually put on 2, and then my client goes directly under the dryer, and we will pick back up from there. So really quick, I think I'm gonna turn her around so you can see her hair. If not, I put foam and Eco Styler gel on her hair, put her under the dryer, and let her curls get more defined. So right now, I just wanted to blow dry and make sure it was all the way dry before we peeled that off. And as you see, it was all the way dry. Now we're gonna cut the strip and gently remove it, and we're gonna reveal what we have. I think we made it work with what we had. It turned out really good. She loved it. And now she's feeling herself and getting her selfies in. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Join me back next Monday for more content. And if you haven't watched my latest video, make sure you do that before you leave. I want to remind you guys to wake up, pray, get pretty, hustle, repeat. And that's that. I'm going to be out. All booking, all information can be located in the description bar below.